Hello, my name is DB, and I'm in DB Studios. Welcome to all things brass and technology. So listen, I'm going back in time a little, and I'm going to be restarting a series that I had on another channel called Darren, Barrett, The Life of a Jazz Musician, where I just talk about regular stuff that goes on in my life. Not so much music related, it can be, but it's just day to day things being human. Right? So I'm going to bring that to you, and just so you could tap into my life a little and see things, funny stories that happen, to me from day to day. Just being a human being. So, today I want to talk about my trip to Home Depot to replace the washing machine water hose, which is right here. All right? So, let's get it. Okay, so, the jazz musician is just very dynamic, very skilled in a lot of different arenas. Of course, they can play their butts off, play beautiful melodies, play over complex changes, play easy changes, swing, play the blues. Jazz musicians are just special. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a jazz musician, but I love jazz musicians. So, they could just do a lot of different things. So, in regards to me, I'm able to do electrical work, plumbing, sheet rocking and painting, all kinds of stuff. And so, I was just doing some basic maintenance on the laundry facilities. And, after going through everything looked really good. But then when I got to the washing machine and the hoses, the cold and the hot water, I realized that, this hose needs to be changed because you got this big lump in it. You see that? Yeah, take a look at that. All right? So I said, okay, let's get a burst at some point, so let me just replace it. I don't want to laugh. Let me just, we're getting there. So, I take a trip out to Home Depot. So, I go to Home Depot. And so, at Home Depot, it's like the orange, the people working there usually wear orange shirts and they have like an orange apron on. So, this is part of plumbing. So I go to plumbing, aisle 5 or 6, one of those aisles, and I see somebody stocking and working, like I see a person that works there, has an orange shirt on, the whole decked out, Home Depot style, decked out. So I go up to him, and I say, hey, do you work here? I know he works there, but, trying to be polite. Hey, do you work here? He didn't even turn around. So I said, okay, do you work here? He didn't even turn around. I don't know. I didn't understand it. So I said, ooh, let me leave him. So I went to try to look for it myself. I couldn't find it. So I said, I got to deal with this guy because he's the only person working in plumbing. So I go back. I said, hey, sir. And this time he turns around. And I said, do you work here? He said, yeah, I work here. I said, okay, no problem. I'm trying to find these washing machine hoses. Do you have them? He said, yeah. Go over there in the appliances and see if it's there. And if it's not there, it's the next aisle over. So I said, no problem. So I go over to the appliances. I'm looking. They didn't have it. All they had was hoses for dishwashers. So I go back around where he was, and I guess I started being a little bit of a knucklehead. I was messing with him. So I said, hey, it wasn't in appliances. I'm going to check the next aisle over. He just looked at me. And then I went and checked the next aisle over. And all this time, he was listening. As I looked down the aisle, I saw my man, the Jamaican cat, man. He's been working there for a long time, man. So I hailed him up. I said, hey, man, where I going? And, he was like, yo, what's up, what's up? I said, listen, I have a question, man. Do you have these washing machine hoses? And he said, yeah, they're right here. So I went over to him, and I grabbed the package. I said, these ones, right? He said, yeah, that's the one. And it looked good to me, right? So I said, good, man. Okay, I got him. And all that time, the first guy that I was dealing with in the other aisle, he had come into the aisle, and he was right behind me. I didn't even see him or hear him. So I said, okay, good. Let me go pay for these. And the first guy said, wait a second. That's not the right hose. And I said, what? He said, that's not the right one. So I looked at the Jamaican cat, and he kind of just like, he backed off because he knew that it was the right one, but he didn't understand what was going on. So he was just like, hey, I don't know. And I said, okay. Why not? It looks exactly the same. He said, no, that one won't work. It's not the right one. I said, okay, well, why? And he said, because it doesn't have this bump. Yeah, dig. And I looked at him, and everybody looked at him, because there's a lot of people around now just checking everything out that was going on. And we were just all looking at him, and he busted out laughing. And then we all busted out laughing. Man, it was crazy, man. He said it doesn't have this bump. I said, okay, man. Good one, man. You got me. You got me. Because I was messing with him a little. So, I guess, he vibed with my personality and said, you know what? I'm going to get you before you get out of here. And he got me, which was beautiful, man. I love people with a sense of humor. And I love people that keep me on my toes. So we all got a good laugh. And, hey, man, in life, we always have to remember that we have to take a little time every day just to have a good laugh, to release and, keep everything, positive. So that's it for this episode of Darren Barrett, the life of a jazz musician. More to come. Hey, we all love the great Roy Hargrove, gone way too soon. He was a good friend. When I heard his record Ear Food and the way he played Speak Low, his approach, man, I was like, wow, that is beautiful, man. I didn't expect that. And when it came on, I was like, whoa, so gorgeous. His treatment of the melody, his patience. So let me play for you a little bit of that, just a little bit, in honor of Roy, the great one. Rest in peace. If you like the content on this channel, all things brass and technology, please subscribe. And click on the notification bell, and that will let you know that every time I drop a new video, me, DB, and the place to be, always coming faithfully straight down the middle, don't sleep. Every time I drop a new video. Hey, tell some friends too. Tell them what's happening over here. Come over and check it out. And if you like it, subscribe. That's it. I will see you soon.